Alex? You grew a beard.
As the young man got closer, my bewilderment grew. His name was Michael. He was a good kid, a bit younger than me, and usually worth a laugh or two. My hand covered my eyes to block the sunlight to see him better. I thought back to the last time I had seen him. For some reason, I couldn't place any memories of him since before high school, but I knew I must have seen him since then.
Uh-huh.
College makes you into a man.
Makes you into something.
What have you been up to?
Just took the SATs. That's about it.
Sounds intense. How do you think you did?
I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. But then I realized how uncomfortable it was to sit at the edge of my seat, so I sat normally.
Ha 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 ha. Very funny.
What?
Just a little joke. Anyway,
Not
you
a
look good.
good one.
Well, maybe a few pounds heavier. Guessing you didn't major in exercise science.
That's not even a
Very
thing.
Funny. Liberal arts.
Great. What do you do with that? Have any fun plans for the summer?
Nothing really. Just got back yesterday. I already spent the day chasing a cat and exploring that old factory by the water tower.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome.
Does
Hey,
it?
Have you ever heard of urban exploration? There's this great website called www.onism1999.com. I think you'd really get a kick out of it.
So, I wouldn't really know.
These guys break into
'Cause I
old
was like
buildings and
6
take
in
photos.
1999.
Usually the places
Is
they
that how
explore
people
have some
talked
sort of
about
urban
websites?
legend
They did the
behind them or
whole
a ghost story.
address?
Most of the stuff is legit and pretty damn creepy.
Did you say Onism 1999?
Like, I feel like the way Alex just said it would be the normal way for people to say a website,
Someone
right?
sent me a video from there yesterday. What else do you know about that site?
It's like a conspiracy theory support group. People from all over the world post about political conspiracies, local myths, stuff like that. You don't look so good, dude. Everything okay?
It's something from that page. It's been screwing with my brain.
What exactly did you see on there that has you so freaked out?
I don't know if you saw it or not. It was the one with the girl in the elevator, the one who gets lifted off the ground.
That was supposed to be filmed locally.
Uh-huh.
Bring myself to watch it, but all those sick bastards made the gif of her being thrown around like a rag doll. My poor girl. After that went up, everyone on the forum started acting strange, like a sort of darkness had come over the website. It
Sure.
was the first time something like that had been posted that people weren't immediately calling a fake. Something about the look of horror.
I think I saw people in the thread calling it fake, though.
There's a sick part of people that want it to be real, you know?
Yeah. Michael, when I first got to town and I saw that,
Alex.
There was part of me that wanted to tell Michael everything.
Okay.
To get it all out in the open. But I couldn't
Alright.
bring myself to say it. There was something that felt personal, almost intimate about my meeting with
No.
Sammy.
No,
Like
no,
that moment of her disappearance. We were linked. It was from my eyes only.
no.
Her memory was from my thoughts only.
Absolutely
I
not.
needed to talk to someone about the situation. So I proceeded with caution.
What a weird thing to say and think.
I went all over that factory yesterday. And I swear, the elevator in there was the same one as in the video. I know that sounds weird, but I really think that video was filmed there.
Really? Okay, let's check it out then.
What?
Cool.
Really? You want to go?
Yeah, why not? Do you mind if we run to the camera shop in Frankton really quick? I was getting my camera repaired. If we go in, I'm gonna want to take pictures. Photos would be like gold on
It is also his weapon, so
Yeah,
he definitely needs it.
let's just go quick.
That building isn't going anywhere anyway. Besides, the whole thing is probably a hoax. I checked the paper this morning and there wasn't a mention of a missing Frankton girl.
Yeah,
That's a bit weird.
let's
well,
just not let anyone
It's
see
not like
this
she lived in
much.
Frankton, though. She lived there. Supposedly. So, I don't like Michael either. I think he's kind of a dipshit.
No way!
He doesn't pair
They
well
opened
with
up an
Alex.
arcade in Frankton? That's awesome! Wow!
There is a character that pairs well with both of them, but she comes in,
They opened it about 3 weeks ago. I still haven't gone in.
well, after these two
I've been
could get
waiting
on your
until they
nerves.
fixed my camera so I could get some great photos of the place. I hear they have a bunch of import games.
Import games? From where?
In Japan, mostly.
Oh, God.
Aren't, like, all games made in Japan?
Well, at least the good ones are. Although there are some good
No.
RTSs on PC I've been playing lately, and I'm pretty sure those are made in the US.
Yeah? I never got into those kind of games myself. Always been more
Oh,
of an
God.
RPG guy.
Here we get to have Alex and Michael wax poetic about their favorite video
RPG
games.
are seriously the best!
It's a very, very compelling and important
Chrono
scene.
Trigger, Lufia 2, Secret of Mana? Those games are like the holy grail of my youth!
Oh, and we also get the Allisons plugging their
Seriously,
own
don't think
game.
I'd be the person I am today if it wasn't for them.
Ever play Two Brothers? That's a sort of ARPG, although its
Also,
focus really is
I will
on
say,
combat.
a lot of these games, within the context of this narrative, came out, like, very recently. Like 96 or later. And they're talking about it like, you know, they were formative. But they wouldn't be, would they? Because they'd be, like, borderline new. This it's a bad
Two
scene.
Brothers? Nope. That's a terrible name for a game, though. Sounds like a diner or a pizza place. Those guys really should work on their naming conventions.
You're right.
Anyway, let's hit up the arcade really quick after we get your camera, and then head over to the
That-
factory.
That was a plug for
I just want to step in to smell that
Allison's
combination
other
of
game,
grease and
Two Brothers, which you can also constantly see on Alex's shirt, by the way.
Yeah, let's do that then.
That's a little bit of self-insert that is,
Grease and BO, dude.
not subtle and is very strange, and I don't like it. That was super easy. That was almost like a waste of time. So, hey, like... So this whole thing was like a waste of time? He has a camera. But... Like... So... The purpose of this was to bring me here so Alex and Michael could pass the arcade. So they could have that conversation. And that's so I could come here and get a camera that gives me +1 strength. But it was mostly for that scene where they talk about video games. That is really self-indulgent, and there's, like, no actual, like, good payoff to that. Bad game point. Bad game point. That is self-indulgent to a ludicrous degree. That didn't need to be there at all. That served no purpose whatsoever. Like, you can tell that this game is inspired by other games just by looking at it. What is this place? I don't think I've ever been in here. Why is there like a staticky, like, film grain on it? Hey bud, what is this place? Oh. Oh, it's a pawn shop, so I can sell oh. Okay, hey, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's very not cool. That's like... I mean... not an outdated reference in the context of the narrative, but an outdated reference now. And a very not cool one, either, because Monica Lewinsky is, like, super cool. And, like... I don't know. Like... The joke should be Bill Clinton, not Monica Lewinsky. Like, he's the one who abused his power. Like, he's a shitty dude. And it sucks that, like, Monica Lewinsky is the one that became the butt of the joke for so long. It pisses me off. She's super great. Go follow her on Twitter. She's very good. She does good things. I think there's treasure or something somewhere over here. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. absolutely nothing. Wait, behind the sign maybe? Wait, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Who's a badger? Is he you? Oh. Okay. Wait, what? You've stopped what? Well, you're not his wife. Okay. Can I look at the dumpsters for treasure? No, I can't. Bummer. Oh. Well, there's treasure back here. Lemonade. And cheeseburgers. Good. Michael, you get that. Also, that. Okay, I guess we'll go now. I think we're... Oh. Should I, let's stop by the record shop. And see if we can get anything better for Alex. That sounds worth my time. Hey, dude. Wait. You're that specific character. That's weird. He's like an actual, like, real character. Weird. Because usually it's just like a generic dude. Very strange. What's up with these JonTron looking motherfuckers over here? Hi. Oh, that's a bummer. I don't know if we healed from that sleep, so it's probably good to, you know, do that. Okay, let's go. Let's get the resolution to the scene that, we probably could have had it, like, immediately, but the game decided to add a bunch of filler stuff there. Oh, right. So this scene also doesn't really amount to much. Aside from, like, introducing us to a character, I guess? Also, none of these games are playable. Which sucks. This is a good track.
Yes! This place is the bomb!
Is it?
Wow! This is a lot better than I expected. There's so many beat arcades around.
Does that girl live in Frankton? I don't think I've
Why?
ever seen her before.
Why does that matter?
She's ancient anyway.
Dude,
What do
no.
you think she is? 26?
Hey,
No, that's really
I'm
not
like
that much
27.
older than me, dude. Whatever. You're
Fuck
ancient
off,
too.
Michael.
Let's come back here later. We should get to the factory.
So, like, I don't know. Like, it sucks to have an arcade in your game and not put any, like, playable minigames in it. I know that's, like, a lot of, like, added effort for, you know, not much payoff, but that's, you know, good extra polish. Even Spooky's House of Jumpscare did it. Like, you know? I don't know. There's probably some good Unity templates and stuff for that even, so you could just like throw it in. And just like make some sprite assets and stuff. It wouldn't be, I don't know. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But what do I know? That's not giving it a point either way, because it's just like, it's whatever. No, well, I do say all good games with arcades have playable games in the arcades.
We saw something
So-
we never could have imagined.
No,
A
that's
being
not
made of
fair.
Stars. The entire galaxy, no, the universe maybe, compressed into the silhouette of one entity. It hadn't noticed.
If
us
there
at
is a
first.
scene
We were as insignificant
where I
as the
play at
tiniest
least
of
one
stars
game
next door.
in that arcade,
But when provoked,
I will
came
spare it
after us.
a bad game point.
We were the most sought after thing
Um,
in the universe.
Because I feel like the DDR machine is definitely a setup for something. It's gotta be, right?
Those past
It has
memories
to
of
be.
fright were nothing
So,
compared to
if
what
that
we just
DDR machine
experienced.
gets used, good game point. If nothing in there ever gets used,
As if a
bad
black
game
hole
point.
incarnate had come to exist and it wanted us gone. As if consuming us was its only purpose. I couldn't
Uh-huh.
say why I felt that way at the time, but I had known it was true. And with all this in mind, Sammy's vanishing was starting to feel like the least supernatural thing I would experience.
Uh-huh. So... Oh yeah. You have to do a minigame for this. A very not great minigame, I will say. Could do without it. Because these buttholes are kind of like not super predictable. Okay, let's go. That's there's no way to win that fight. So, that's your only real option.
What the hell was that? What the hell is going on? Well, what just happened? What? Can you even believe what just happened? Oh man, dude! We need to get your photos developed! Developed? This thing is digital, baby! So what now? Do we just leave? I'm gonna go with yes!
Alright. That's fair. So, these chapter screens. I like them a lot. They look cool.
Once again, I had left the old factory, frightened and confused. And once again, I didn't have Sammy with me.
What did you expect? Sammy was like way tougher than you. And she couldn't fight against those things. Okay. Uh-huh. So, that's highlighted. That, I think, is somewhat important. Important to note that he is basically our neighbor.
While we waited for Michael's camera to transfer the photos, we began to talk.
I think this is actually a good conversation here.
I was talking to my cousin about this recently. The lifelong implications of seeing something actually, undeniably supernatural. Specifically, your reflection doing something that you were not doing. He has a 6-year-old daughter. She's really precocious. Apparently, she told my cousin that when she looked into the mirror, she was smiling, but that she knew she wasn't smiling. When I thought about that, I knew it would destroy any respect you had for the rules of life or the boundaries of what could happen. I
Uh-huh.
asked him what he said, and he just shrugged his shoulders and said, kids say weird shit.
Kids say weird shit. That is
Pushed him a
true.
little bit on the subject later on after he had a few drinks in him, and he said that it scared him to picture his daughter and another version of his daughter in the mirror, smiling when the other looked so miserable. He told me that his wife said his daughter was just confused, that she probably felt sad but was smiling from having fun playing. So inside she wasn't smiling, but outside she was. Maybe she couldn't understand what it meant to look happy outwardly, but feel inwardly depressed. Like as if her vocabulary wasn't enough to express depression. But I don't know.
So, yeah.
She is a smart kid.
This is
Somehow it
actually-
felt wrong.
That's actually a good conversation.
Smiled at her? That's really creepy.
I like
Have
it
you
a
ever
lot.
had any other experiences with paranormal
Some
stuff?
actually like
Like before?
half decent writing there. So, like, a lot of people say that Andrew Allenson is kind of a hack, and I don't think that's true. Because he is capable of doing some, like, you know, insightful and thoughtful writing. I just think he is a bit full of himself and a bit pretentious. But when he, when he really wants to, he can do stuff that actually means something.
Really? I've always had a bit of an interest in it. I always thought that these sort of things follow certain people around. Like there's something that picks a particular person and forces them to see all the weirdness that others miss out on.
You say that with a lot of affection.
I don't know. It's just kind of been my thing for a while. Conspiracies, ghosts, missing people, things like that.
When did you first get into this sort of thing?
I can't remember one thing that really pulled me in. My parents always fell asleep watching TV. They used to sneak into their room and watch those missing persons shows while they were sleeping.
So this is also important because, well,
Once your mom
I'll take a
finally
look
got
at it
internet
after
to
this.
Frankton, I started checking out some of the more paranormal websites. Before long, I realized that the information was too scattered. I spent a few weekends learning HTML, and before I knew it, Onism 1999 had over 15,000 hits each week.
So he made Onism, I
You were
guess.
involved with making Onism 1999?
You
Yeah.
didn't know that? I figured that's why you kept talking to me about the missing Asian girl.
No, I just needed to get all that off my chest. Look, Michael, I need to be entirely honest with you, but yeah, just promise me you won't think I'm insane or anything.
Okay, fair enough. What did you lie about?
Very, very
I
observant.
met the girl who went missing. Her name is Sammy. I had followed a cat into the abandoned factory, and I found her there. She had been looking for her cat. I just assumed the cat hung out there and she had gone in to try and find him when he didn't go back home.
Okay, so, right. Okay. Sammy definitely said that Dolly was a girl. But yet, after that scene, every character so far that has seen the cat has referred to Dolly as male. So I am definitely going to believe that they added the line about facial hair after the fact, once they were criticized about their handling of identity and such in the intro. Which I'm gonna revoke the good game point that I gave it for that.
The thing is, she said some really strange stuff.
That sounds
About
fair
living
to
in the
me.
Factory, pretending not to know what elevators were.
But no,
Well,
no, that's not fair.
pretending.
Because they did go back later and well, I'll
I
leave
think
it.
she really didn't know what they were.
I still do think that's a good line.
Weird gaps in her knowledge that I had
But
interpreted as her being
The
quirky. but
context of
I
it
wonder if there was actually something
makes me
really
feel weird
wrong
about
with
it.
her.
You saw her yesterday, right? So you saw her after she went missing? That's actually a good thing, Alex. This means she wasn't taken by some serial killer or a rapist.
No, I saw her get
It
taken.
means she was swallowed up by a being made of stars and planets. How is that better?
Fair enough. So what was her last name? Did she tell you that much? Maybe we can check online for a missing persons report. You could call the police and tell them you know where the video was taken.
I don't know. There still is a part of me that thinks that
Alex, why are you saying this like you didn't... I mean, I guess within the context of the game, Alex didn't read the Onism posts.
What,
We
that
did.
you dreamed it? Dude, I don't know. That would be a pretty specific dream.
A dream that has
You
video.
think you went into the factory,
That is uploaded
came
to the
home,
internet.
and then had a really realistic dream where you met a missing girl you hadn't seen before?
Yeah. Pretty bizarre,
You
dude.
see, she didn't exactly look like the girl in the video. There was
Huh?
something skeletal about her appearance. Something otherworldly.
No,
Otherworldly?
that's not
Yeah.
true.
Dude, just forget I said it. Did the pictures upload?
Yeah.
That's
let me pull them
not. That's
up.
literally not true.
How is this possible? They completely distorted the photos!
That is a quick jump.
Holy shit!
Okay, well, yeah. This is pretty otherworldly.
That he went from 1 to 10, real quick, like instantly.
Someone cracked an egg over my head, and what trickled out was hot dread, a feeling of pure anxiety. All of my fears were confirmed. What I was experiencing was real. There was no doubt about it. We uploaded the photos to Onism 1999 and waited for an explanation. We had our doubters, but more people wanted to believe than not. And with each reply, Sammy got pushed further away from the forefront of the discussion. I explained how the building was the same one from the elevator girl video, that everyone was more concerned by the creepy figures in the photo.
What did you expect?
Each time my little mailbox turned red, I slowly realized that everyone on this forum wanted the content to be true. They needed it to be. A few people tried to explain why the photos were distorted, but most people believed it to be ghosts, or the devil, or other stupid things like that.
I mean, that's not unreasonable considering you don't know what you
I
saw.
considered myself something of a philosopher in college. I thought I had answers.
Shut up.
But now that I've come face to face with the otherworldly,
Everybody thinks there's something of a philosopher in
I know
college,
now that
Alex.
every person who tells you about spirituality, dead people, and all that have no idea what they're talking about. Someone told a lie, and it somehow stuck. I told the truth, and it just gets muddied up by that same ancient myth. With the exception of my post, most of the things on that forum seemed like lies.
That's
It wasn't
judgmental.
until about 2 weeks after my post, when a user posted something about a girl who could rip holes in time and space. I wouldn't have believed it myself, but he had photos. And we had seen the girl before.
So they just sat there for 2 weeks.
You realize we've seen
That
this
is how
shit
I am
before,
choosing
right?
to interpret this transition.
Oh, really? Where? Wait.
Knew you'd get there eventually. It's that old lady from the arcade.
She's like 26.
Jeez, enough of that old crap. She's probably our age.
Don't lump me in with you 20-somethings. I have a bright future ahead of me.
Oh, if only you knew.
So Michael's probably like
Wait till
18
you're
or
done with
something.
College. You'll be.
Boring and fat like the rest of your graduating class? I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime,
What a dick.
I will continue to be my interesting, slim, nubile self.
But like, I enjoy a character that ribs Alex.
Mobile.
I stand by my statement. Anyway, let's take another look at those photos.
Wow. It's just so unbelievable.
Can we
What is
see
the
them?
likelihood
Maybe.
that this is a thing.
It's incredibly unlikely. But since we've got nothing better to do, let's say we visit Ye Old Arcade for some air hockey and interview an interdimensional traveler.
Rat. Can I look at them? Maybe.